Hi there, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Tuesday's Talk with Grada. My name is Grada Robertson, and I'm the co-owner of the Purple House Wellness Center in Forth, where we've been seeing clients since the year 2000, so for 22 years. And I also conduct workshops, and I've written several books. This is if you're new to my channel. So today I'm going to spend 20 minutes with you to just help you show you what's possible for you if you tune into your inner being, even just for 5 or 10 minutes every day. And I want to show you what a difference that can make to your day, because we're all here to create our own reality, right? We're not handing over our reality to other people, because it depends. The quality of our living depends on our connection, our relationship with our innermost being, and this is often where people get a bit lost, including myself. So if you find yourself reacting a lot to your circumstances or to people around you, and well, even just think about when was the last time you had a reaction, right? When you felt triggered and perhaps you reacted in a way that you're not proud of. So I can tell you already, I had a reaction yesterday, but it was just like a tiny reaction. And Peter was doing some work, with big earth moving equipment, pulling out a section of the garden, and I wanted him to remember something, but perhaps the noise was too loud, or his brain wasn't on the subject, of course. And I got impatient with him, but I immediately caught myself, like I just observed myself getting impatient. I observed the reaction come up, and then I dealt with it. So in this case, I had my little granddaughter with me, and I said goodbye to Pete. We walked away, and I showed her some plants in the garden and so on, and then I sat with myself to feel that resistance that came up so that I could heal it. So all day long, life triggers us, right? That's what we're here for, because it's honing our spirit, and it's meant to bring out the goodness that is in us. It's meant to bring that out, and the gold that's in us. But a lot of people get lost along the way. So today I want to help you get off that resistance train, or the trigger train, where you get triggered, that just gets faster and faster, it gathers speed, and so that you can hop on the joy train, the joy or the enjoyment of life, where you feel joy and happiness. So a good question for you right now is to pause the video and just stop and ask yourself, when was the last time I got triggered? How often do I get triggered? How quickly can I turn that around? Right? Because it's not about avoiding triggers at all. It's about shortening the gap between when you got triggered and you're back to your normal peaceful self, right? And then you can also write down, when was the last time I experienced pure joy, even if it was just for a moment, like a minute or so, like just that you felt the taps open and it's pouring into you. When was the last time I felt like that? So that's good for you to write it down before we do this exercise, and then you will notice how different you'll feel by the end of 20 minutes here. So I just want you to know that if you get triggered a lot, and this is from my experience, like yesterday, it was unfair on Pete, so I didn't really react. It was uncalled for, the reaction, but I know I was triggered easy yesterday because I was tired, right? And so this is a warning, or actually warning on the light on the dashboard comes on, and it's actually literally telling you and me, you need to take better care of yourself. So we get triggered more easily when our tanks are empty. So what do you do? What do you do every day to fill your tanks, right? That's not a good question. So on the path of like creating your own life, which is what I'm all about, like being in charge of your own happiness and health and wealth, regardless of what your circumstances dictate, because we all have that potential inside of us. I find that meditation, for instance, is not negotiable. It's not a step that you can skip. It's not optional. So meditation can be like listening to some music that makes you feel calm, or you can turn on a guided meditation. There's so much online now available. Or you can simply sit under a tree or on the beach and allow yourself to become very still, even though the monkey mind will still continue to talk, but you let the monkey mind do its thing, right? So the monkey mind is not really who you are. The monkey mind is like a computer program that runs your life to keep you safe, and it's always fixated on what doesn't work. Like, you could have done this better, that didn't work, that's never going to work out, you're never going to get better, don't even try that, blah blah. That is actually the role of the monkey mind. So that's the role and the nature of it. So it's never going to change. And so, but you are not your monkey mind. You are an infinite being, an immortal being that came into this body to express your soul, to be a divine expression. So you're so much more than that. So you have to find that place of stillness within yourself, and we're going to do that in a minute. I'll take you through a little practice where you can do that. So it's just a reminder that on the path of self-realization, or creating your own life, being the best version of yourself, being healthier, more loving, just simply the best, creating the best life you could ever wish for. Everyone else around you benefits from that too, by the way. You can't skip meditation. You can't skip drinking enough water. Like, you can't be dehydrated, because like, look at your plants when they're dehydrated, right? They die if you're not careful. They become very fragile. They're not resilient. They attack insects that eat them. So water is absolutely important. Eating healthy food, organic food, is super important. And if it's too expensive for you, just eat less. Like, skip one meal. We don't need to eat as much as we believe we do. And have like a better quality meal with more healthy fats that fills you up, right? So, and then having regular massages, or warm baths, or going for walks, reading quality books, listening to quality podcasts, something that elevates you. That's absolutely important. So ideally, like, once you get to my age, I'm 60 now, and my children have all grown up. I have a lot of children, by the way, and a lot of grandchildren, like 15. So what I was going to say is, as soon as you have a little bit more time and flexibility in your life, reinvest it back into yourself. So ideally, you spend 80% of your time investing in yourself. Now, I know that's highly unrealistic for most people, but that's just to put things in perspective. So don't feel guilty when you turn everything off and you go offline and spend an hour somewhere where nobody can reach you, and to fill up your tanks. Because if you fill up your tanks, you're lifting the tide, you're becoming less reactive, and you're raising the tide for everyone, by the way. And so everyone feels happier in your surroundings. But the opposite also happens, of course, right? So if your tanks are empty, you're just simply going to live from one reaction to the next, and you're not creating the life that you want. So this, the first step about empowering, is to jump off the resistance train, and we're going to do that now, so you can jump on the joy train. And of course, as soon as you realize, oh, I'm on the wrong train, right? But if the train is like going too fast, you can't jump off, because that would kill you. So this is a process, a journey that you take yourself on. That's a journey of exploration. Like, you may not get it right, you may still react, and reaction might be like a tsunami, but just be compassionate to yourself, and there's always a next time. And so the opposite of joy is resistance, but resistance is like an umbrella name for shame, pain, suffering, grief, depression, lethargy, you name it, tension. That all falls under the umbrella of resistance. And so resistance starts from the second we're born, basically, because like life happens, mom and dad may not be happy with us. Maybe mom and dad wanted a girl, not a boy. Maybe you weren't wanted. 60% of the world population isn't wanted, apparently. So that means 60% of the world population is unplanned. So the child knows that. So that's already resistance to their inner being, because it's a form of rejection. And then life happens, and then we end up resisting the resistance, and it's just layers and layers of it. So as soon as you wake up and get a time, the chance, it's time for you to slowly work your way back through all that resistance to the core of your being, which is unconditional love, right? That's where the value is. Or our resistance is of course fear as well. Fear, anger, sadness, they're huge, and guilt as well. So yesterday we posted a really good blog on guilt. So that was on Monday on the Purple House. If you want to revisit that, that explains how guilt is created and how you can deal with that. Okay, so let's tune into your body. We can do this together. Just close your eyes, and we're going to notice, how do I really feel? How's my body feeling? What's the sensation in my body? How do I feel emotionally or energetically? And no judgment. You're tuning in without judgment. If you find yourself being so stressed that you're critical, just love the judgy side of you. Then you just notice a place in your body that feels to you as if it could be carry resistance. Again, that could be feeling like constriction, pain, nausea, anxiety, depression. Just notice a place in your body. And then I simply want you to rest into that place. So like put your hands on it first. So let's say, for ease sake, I'm just going to put my hand here. Could be your brain. Just put your hand on that spot. And then I want you to stop resisting the resistance and just rest. So shortcut the resistance and rest into that sensation, because it's very real. I want you to stop running away from it. Stop trying to change it. Stop trying to think positive. Just rest in what shows up. Just focus on your breathing. As you do that, you notice you start to become more still, like a stillness increases. Once you take a deep breath, automatically, you know the resistance, one layer is gone, never to come back, right? And so now that you've released one layer, I want you to close your eyes again. And just drop into the back of your head. So in the back of your head, we have a spiritual center. That's where we meet our divine self, our true self, our inner being. And it's often very spacious in the back of the head, because it's not the home of the monkey mind. It's like your inner sanctuary. So just take your attention, your inner eyes, as far, far back as you can go in the back of your head. And just notice how spacious it is. It feels boundless, calm, quiet, peaceful. You meeting the real self, the infinite self. You can stop the video and stay there a bit longer, or you can listen to me. So I want you to drop down through a pipe or a noodle into the back of the heart center now. Let your own loving heart towards the back, just go further back. And just notice how peaceful it feels there too. Everything is in order, and just you have a deep knowing that you are loved, you're connected, and nothing needs to change. So just breathe into that awareness and allow your resistance, or any resistance that's simmering away in the cells of your body, to just be released, to be cleared as you rest in the back of your heart center. And again, you can stop the video and stay there for much longer, just enjoying your own presence. But for now, we're going to take the chute, the lift, the noodle, and we're going to drop into the back of our sacrum. That's the back center of our willpower, and we need willpower to achieve things, to stay on track, to come back on track. And so just feel the universe supporting you in the back of your body. It's also your receiving center, not your striving center, not your rushing center. It's where the universe is very still. Everything is already accomplished. And just notice how that feels in the back of your sacrum. And now you can allow all that beautiful core energy, which is the truth of who you are, to drop down through your legs, your knees, your feet, and just ground it into the ground, into Mother Earth, who supports you as well, all the way into the center, to a point of light in the center. And just feel how nice it is to be in stillness, to be out of resistance, feel peaceful. And now you can step onto the joy train. So just think of hopping on the joy train. What would it mean for you? What does joy look like for you? And it can be just something simple like when you come home tonight, you're going to relax in a hot bath with candles. Or you're going to meet up with an old friend tomorrow. Just think of something small, like you're going to spend special time with a special grandchild. Or your pet. Or you're going out for a meal with a friend. Or you're going to read a good book. Just think of something that will fill your tanks. Just really ground it. Feel that land in every cell of your body, that every cell of your body goes, yes, I want it. I'm in agreement with that. I agree to do that. We all agree to do that. And you feel a sense of wholeness. And now it's very, very obvious that the resistance train has stopped pretty much. Because you're already on the joy train. And if you want the joy train to gather up speed, you can actually plan some more moments for yourself in the future. You can promise yourself, I'm going to spend more time with my inner being, do some chakra work, have a treatment, have a treat, relax more, drink more water, have more supplements, and you start to heal from the inside out. So I'm going to ask you to come back up into the back of your head, behind your eyes. And when you open your eyes in a minute and come back into the room, you can look at yourself with soft eyes. So with divine eyes. And so this is going to help you to stay on track, and it's explaining to you why we sometimes come from a place of reaction, and that's okay, by the way, and how you can do that less and less, right? And it gives you an opportunity to come from a place of your wise self, your innermost self, the real you. You get to know that better. And I find with my clients who, once they start to wake up and they grow and they become more aware and more of their inner workings, and they start to love meditating, they start to love spending time in silence, they start to love looking deeply into events and into their behavior rather than just staying on the surface, because you get addicted to spending time with your inner being, because you realize your inner being is literally your best friend that's always been there and waiting for you to just wake up and spend time with yourself, with your inner being. Your inner being is also your immune system, so this is very, very important as well for people who struggle with pain and illness. You definitely need to pave the way, that connection, the bridge to your inner self, right? So that you can have your inner self on tap. Your inner self can turn on your immune system and give you more energy. And this is truly the path towards wholeness. So again, if you're on a path of healing, wholeness, expansion, evolution, meditation is not negotiable. Filling your tanks is not negotiable. It's a must. Spending time away from everyone is really, really important. Even if you're a busy mom with a busy lifestyle, even if you just get 10 minutes a day, maybe first thing in the morning or last thing at night, is already going to, it's like putting gold in your bank account. Drink more water, have less sugar, less carbohydrates, eat healthy, come and have a treatment, read a good book, journal, dance, go outside in nature. And these are all things that you need to do for yourself, though, not for anyone else. And you are so worth it. And the universe is going to reward you in many different ways. So I hope you enjoyed this short session of 20 minutes. Let me know how you get on. Also let me know what you struggle with, what pulls you down, what sometimes causes you to react. And again, reaction, if you react a lot, it means your tanks are empty. So start filling up those tanks. Come and see me for a session. You can find me, of course, on the website and book online or ring the Purple House. And I am really looking forward to being with you again next week, same time. So thank you for tuning in, everyone, and I hope you have a great week and rest of the day. Big love from me. Bye.